They're aware of that.
And the mosquito spraying, we got the trucks down to below 5 miles an hour. And we increased our itemization a little bit more, so it has a little better finer vapor, so it travels further. And we will be continuing that process as long as the wind is in cooperation with it. If it's too windy, we can't spray. But we will be doing it morning and evening, and see if we can't help get those little uninvited visitors dealt with at the house. We had a sewer discharge in the alley behind 1401 Hazley. It backed up. We went in and we put protective netting around it because there's children involved in those homes. So we didn't want the children to get in there. Once it dried up, we removed the netting. We dealt with the sewer issues. A simple blockage, but it overflowed and had quite a bit of material out there on the ground. But the boys did an excellent job there and took care of that. The work orders, well, that's a monster in and of itself. That's every day, all the time. And
I do have a question on the work orders though.
yes,
Why do we have the Little League on there? Didn't y'all get them, somebody on the work orders? Little League is on there. Did y'all not get somebody from EDC to fix those or not?
To do some mowing.
Just a mow.
Huh?
To mow,
That was it? I thought y'all were gonna get a maintenance though.
Just a mow.
just to mow.
we still do the maintenance out there so far. Thus far, I mean, as far as
It's just a maintenance. I mean, just the mowing, that's all.
Just the mowing.
as a matter of fact, when he was spraying, he sprayed around a little bit of those areas there that we had some extra spray just to kind of help alleviate that. And the work orders, first, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are the ones that turn the work orders to us. I would like to say very briefly that I do understand the frustration sometimes that you put a call in and it seems like it's days taking care of some of these issues. And it does take time. But we try to, I don't want to say this indelicately, but we try to prioritize what comes in as what's most riskful, leaks, this sort of thing, sewer outages, these sorts of things. And so with a limited crew, we have to balance these things out. So sometimes the work orders stretch, but we will get to it. And if you do have work orders that are stretched a little too far, then call City Hall and they'll make sure we get onto it. Ongoing and future projects, the lift stations at 210, we have materials ordered for that. LS3, we have still a few issues there that we're dealing with. Along with the plan, things like that we're still dealing with, so. Sir,
Janie, street signs, does that fall under John or?
Yes.
There's a lot of signs out there that are either faded or you can't tell
There's some that are missing.
missing.
Yes.
What's,
Getting a list to see if.
who's getting the list?
I have a list going on.
Oh, you do?
At City Hall
Okay,
and see, the more we order, the cheaper it is, so,
okay.
yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any way when we're ordering street signs that we can get the sign changed on Cooper Road
Cooper.
from Copper Road?
From Copper, I actually noticed that when we were out there.
Yes.
Yeah,
That would have been the development.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Copper Road.
Copper Road. So yeah, we'll need to get that taken care of for sure.
Copper Road.
Because I kept looking for Copper Road on my GPS and there isn't any. Yes, sir.
There's one, isn't there?
And County Road 2221, corner of 2221 and 1876. That man has been put in work order for about 5 months. There's a sinkhole.
Okay. all right,
Let me finish.
okay.
There's a sewer line there. That pole, the other day I got in it, they sound 5'9". That hole was way over my head. And it's going towards the road.
Okay.
One of these days, that road's gonna just going for the biggest sinkhole.
Okay, first thing I'd like to, if I can politely caution you, you're a grown man, you do what you want. But I would advise strongly, do not climb down into any sinkholes. For that reason, you don't know what the stratus is below it, and if it is leaked and created a larger cavity, you may fall far enough down where you can't physically climb out of that hole. That's just a danger point. But addressing that issue, there is, that is also on the same line that Santat Municipal Water has a line going through there, and it's a relief device. And that has leaked before, and we're trying to get them to address that issue right now. We put several calls into them, and they're gonna send some technicians out to check that out and backfill that. But it's a very dangerous issue when you have an area like that that's migrating. No matter what direction, a street, a house, doesn't matter what it is, but if that area is migrating, the area that you see on top, it's larger onto the bottom. Because the bottom wears out and it erodes at an angle to the top. So, yeah, no, I appreciate that comment on that.
The thing is that I drive through there morning and every day,
Yes, sir.
and I'm afraid that my foot's just gonna.
Yes. Well, that will be addressed. That will be addressed. But thank you for that comment. Yes.
Can you, what's the location of that he was talking, what's
2221,
County Road
1876.
and what?
1876. It's in the application easement, or the city easement,
Okay.
for the infrastructure. And, that line sometimes yields, it's opened up, so we need to verify. We've already checked to make sure it's not one of our lines that are doing it thus far, and it's not, so we need to check the other line that's there. We can't do that, so we have to have Santat Water come out and check that.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Redgate? Well, I just want to say I appreciate everything that you guys have been doing with the maintenance department. Let the maintenance guys know. I mean, they're kind of addressing a lot of the concerns that were reported to me. So I really appreciate that. Also, Mr. Redgate went last night to a citizen on 2nd Street, was complaining about a new home they built there, and it sits so high that the water floods his yard now. So there's really nothing I think that we as a city can do, but I appreciate you going out there and meeting with the resident. It just shows that we're concerned about their complaint. So hopefully they can work with the home builder to put something there to keep that water from running over and flooding his yard. So thank you. So item number 3, discussion and action items to be considered. A, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on May 2nd, 2023, and the special call meeting. Well, let's just do take action on to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on May 2nd, 2023.
I move that we approve the minutes from May 2nd, 2023.
So I have a motion by Jesse,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Isaac. Any discussion?
Yolanda gets to vote on this one.
Ms. Yolanda, you'll have to vote on this one because I think just you, Jesse, and Isaac are still here from that meeting.
Yes, I'll vote on that.
Okay. No discussion? Then we'll take a vote. Place 2, Ms. Yolanda?
Yes,
Place 3?
Yes.
Place 4?
Yes.
Motion pass. The next is discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes for special call meeting held on May 15th.
I make a motion to approve the special call meeting held on May 15, 2023.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Jesse and second by Mr. Isaac. Ms. Yolanda,
Was
you,
that, was that the workshop?
No, it's canvas.
the canvassing of the ballots.
Oh, okay, no, I wasn't there.
So do you have any objections?
No.
Okay. Any discussion? We'll take a vote. Mr. Isaac,
Yes.
Mr. Falcone,
Yes.
so motion passed.
Yes.
Item B, discuss, consider, and take action to approve to advertise a request for proposal, an RFP for items approved under the American Rescue Plan, the water pump station upgrade project in the amount of $400,000. John, is John here? So- So for some of y'all that don't know, we are working to upgrade our water system. And John's going to kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on. If you guys have any questions.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm John O'Leary with Ardura. And this currently there's one pump that's in service. So when we met with John Redgate, we were brought that the city needs to upgrade to the pump system. So the design we came up with is a triplex and suction pump station for the water treatment plant. This is going to be a 50 horsepower, 700 GPM system. Comes with control and electrical upgrades. So we have a price for the pumps, the controls, and the electrical upgrades, along with the generator, which comes with the foundation, installation, and the ATS. So currently the city's water system is gravity fed. These pumps are going to fill directly to the overhead storage tank. And this is just to meet TCEQ requirements, being that there's one pump only, it can go out at any time and there wouldn't be any backup. So we'll have two pumps on duty, one pump on standby. All requirements by TCEQ will be met. And if anybody has any questions or comments.
So what you guys are installing basically is still, it's going to be kind of the same system. I mean, it'll still be feeding to the water tower.
Yes, sir.
That's what we call it here. So it'll still be feeding there. From there, it'll still be gravity fed
Correct.
to the neighborhoods.
Correct.
It'll just, I mean, what is it gonna, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, how's that gonna benefit? I mean, I know that right now we have one pump, of course, having threes
Pressure increase.
in pressure increase.
Yes, sir.
Is it gonna increase like water flow to,
Yes, sir.
let me ask, is there anything in the plans that if at one point the tower does go down, is there gonna be a way for
Like a bypass?
bypass?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Okay, great.
Is that included also, John?
Yes, sir.
What's the warranty on the pumps?
5-year warranty, manufacturer warranty.
Is there anything longer or is that the max?
That's just the standard. I
That's
could
the
look
standard?
into it. And,
What does it cost to drop one of those pumps in there?
the current system is vertical. We're gonna go back with the horizontal.
Okay,
So we're gonna redo a brand new skid off the side,
okay.
have a control panel on that existing control room.
Mhm. Okay.
John, timeframe, the second page, is that pretty accurate? Project closeout June 24th?
Let me pull that up.
No, they went out for a month, I think.
So right now we're working on the piping design and the project layout. Once we have that complete, we're gonna submit it to TCEQ. That usually takes about anywhere from 50 to 60 days for approval. So during those 50 to 60 days, we're gonna make sure all the contract documents are approved by the city, as well as bid schedules and so forth. So we're looking at bidding the project at the end of August.
In August, okay.
Yes, sir.
That looks good. That's what
Any,
we're looking at 20, we're like, wait, that's not right over the corner.
any other questions for John?
So once that bypass gets put in over there by the water tower, that means if the tower goes down, we can bypass that and go straight from the tanks out to the census, correct?
Yes, sir.
They can be usable, right?
As a temporary, yeah.
So we'll also be able to, we need to take down the tower for maintenance purposes. We're not gonna affect.
So we would go back into the tank rehab project and take the tower down there also.
Any other questions?
I make a motion, we approve to advertise for the RFP for the American Rescue Plan Act.
Motion made by Mr. Falcone, second by Ms. Elizabeth. Any additional discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. Place one?
Yes.
Place two? Place three?
Yes.
Place four?
Yes.
Place five? Motion passed. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Item C, discuss, consider, take action to remove Virginia Garza and Jesse Falcone from all City of Odom bank accounts. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion for the removal.
Motion made by Mr. Isaac. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Falcone. Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. Place one,
Yes.
place two,
Yes.
place three,
Yes.
place four,
Yes.
place five. Item D, discuss, consider, and take action to appoint a mayor pro tem for 1 year.
Make
Go
a
ahead.
motion that we go ahead and nominate Isaac Dominguez.
So motion made by Mr. Billy Huerta, place one, to nominate Mr. Isaac Dominguez for mayor pro tem. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Isaac. Any discussion? We'll take a vote. I'm sorry.
For the
Go ahead.
discussion, I just wanted to say that Isaac has been one of the longest besides me in city government. So I think, I mean, I don't know if he wants it, but of course he
No, I
accepted
would-
the second. So,
Absolutely.
but I think it's time that he steps up a little bit.
When you say he hasn't stepped up?
Absolutely.
He's-
So, all right, well, we'll take a vote. Place one,
Yes.
place,
I didn't hear, what happened there. I didn't hear.
Billy nominated Isaac for mayor pro tem. Isaac seconded, and we're now going to take a vote. So place one,
I'm
go ahead.
almost there. I'm already getting to the city hall.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and wait for you to come in. Yes, it's already getting to City Hall, so.
I think she was asking what I had said. I think
Oh,
that's probably.
well, she's kind of breaking up already, so.
But like I said, I mean, he's been the longest after me. So how many years already?
Man, jeez, too long.
20?
Combination of about 20.
He's only 22.
So-
anyway.
Yeah, whatever, I wish.
He started when he was 2 years old.
So some of y'all don't know the role of the mayor pro tem, besides him leading these meetings, these council meetings, when the mayor's not available. He has to work closely with the mayor and the staff at City Hall, kind of oversees a lot of things that are going on throughout the city. So it's a very important position to have. I mean, you've got to have time and commitment. So, having someone in there that that's kind of dedicated to, moving our community forward is important. So we're going to hold off until Miss Yolanda comes through the door, and maybe we should turn off the lights and everybody else surprise.
She said she was closer to sin, that's it.
On this paper, we're gonna pass it. It's a good idea. Last time we just wrote on a piece of paper.
Circle. Hey, we were going to yell surprise. We're going to turn out the lights.
Let me get my stuff out of your way.
So we are in item 3D. This is David. Discuss, consider, and take action to appoint the mayor pro tem for 1 year. Billy nominated Isaac, made a motion to nominate Isaac for the position. Isaac seconded the motion, so we're gonna vote. Place 1?
Yes.
Place 2?
No.
Place 3?
Yes.
Place 4?
No,
Place 5?
No.
So motion does not pass. Do I hear another motion?
I make a motion that we nominate Jesse Falcon for mayor pro tem.
Do I hear a second?
I guess I'll second.
Motion made by Ms. Elizabeth, second by Mr. Falcon. Any discussion? We'll take a vote. Place 1?
No.
Place 2?
Yes.
Place 3?
No.
Place 4?
Yes,
Place 5? Motion passed 3-2. Mr. Falcon will be our mayor pro tem for the next year. Moving on to the next item, E, discuss, consider, and take action to add Mayor David Maldonado and Mayor pro tem Jesse Falcon to all City of Odom bank accounts. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve, David Von Up and just for CD Odom bank accounts.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Anything? We'll take a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 4,
Yes,
place 5. Motion passed. Item F, discuss, consider, and take action to appoint members to the Odom Economic Corporation. That is the EDC. Most of y'all know it as the Odom Economic Development. Can I borrow yours real quick? We have,
That's yours.
that's mine.
Yeah.
We have 3 council members, Elizabeth Candela, Jesse Falcon, and Billy Huerta. And then we have 9 citizens, Raleigh Broderick, Amanda Garcia, Virginia Garza, Yolanda Garza, Ruben Gonzalez, Ana Hernandez, Johnny Nino, Miranda Rendon, and Mr. Leonard Mejia. I want to also, before we kind of take a vote, again, the economic development is a crucial part of our community. They help small businesses in the community. We kind of use our resources that we have to kind of help some of the businesses in town when they need, a little help. They come to us. We also, the economic development also helps do things in the community to kind of bring the community together. They've helped with different projects throughout the years. Some of the projects that, I think that I've made clear that I would love to see in the future would to rebuild our pavilion. I'd love to add some space to our community center, at least 8 to 1,000 square feet, maybe a little kitchen. People are just going elsewhere to have their parties. If we can build something here that will keep our community here. We have such parties, 150, 200 people, they shouldn't have to go somewhere else. We should have something here that they could utilize. So it's a very important role. It plays a very important role in the community. So if you guys will circle your,
Look, first of all, I know y'all decided on 2, but
Okay.
again, the bylaws say 7 board members and 4 can be of. So what we were saying is, and I got it right here,
right,
says under type B, the city council must appoint a board of 7 directors, up to 4 of whom can be employees or officers of the city or city council members. So you can have up to 4. So, I mean, it's up to the council to decide on the 7 that we
Right.
want to select. So that's the way it works. I don't know who decided on the 2.
so the wording says can be up to. It doesn't say that it must be or is required. Myself, I would try, my goal has always been to involve more of the community. I want more community involvement. I want less of, these, council members, mayors. You don't see my name there because I don't want to be in these meetings and be influenced. I don't want them to be influenced by me being involved. I'm going to be going to the meetings. I'll sit in, I'll listen. I might put in, have my input, but ultimately I want the citizens to decide what we do with the funds that this organization has. And that's why I had asked that we just have 2 city council members to avoid the conflict of a quorum. The decisions that they make there sometimes end up here. And if we already have 3 council members that are working together there, coming here with a preconceived notion of what they want to do, it defeats the purpose. So my goal is to get more of the community involved. And as you can see, we had 9 people sign up for it, which tells me that they're interested in participating and being part of this. Now, it has been 3, but usually 2 council members and the mayor. And
But again, it says 4, and it does say must. It says the city council must appoint a board. Again, it's up to the council, so I don't know who decided on the 2. Now, I'm suggesting, and I do make a motion whenever y'all decide, we already have 3 councilmen that are interested. So I would assume just to go ahead and leave the 3 and then get 4 from the citizens. That's my recommendation.
Make a motion.
I don't agree with that because of what the mayor said.
Again, whenever you have a quorum, you're gonna have a quorum. You have to have a quorum because you're gonna conduct an economic development corporation meeting. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I don't think
It's
you understand.
already a quorum
it's
before
already-
they ever meet to
But
the
Jamie, it's
council.
been 3 forever.
You-
How
you-
come all
you-
of a
you're
sudden-
gonna have
No,
a-
not 3 councilmen.
it's always been a mayor
Two
plus 2 council
councilmen and a
members.
mayor,
It's always been like
Or the
that.
mayor, a councilman, a staff worker, but it has never been 3 councilmen.
And there's
Not
Okay, but
every
it doesn't say that. No, it says officers, it's a city council. You're gonna have a quorum anyway.
No, you're
Whenever,
not.
yes, you are.
At
Whenever
what
you
point in
go,
time? Through the EDC?
you're still gonna have a quorum, as long as you're there to conduct business. It's like,
Well-
No, you don't.
it's
have
like
a
if
quorum.
Mr. Nino invited us to have a party at his house, all of us go. There's, all 5 of us are there, there's still a quorum as long as you don't
There-
discuss
yes.
business.
Well, we're-
So whenever you're gonna go, you're gonna discuss business of economic development, not anything that has to do with city council.
No, but the decisions made at the economic development can end up in the city council, and that's what I want to prevent. I want to prevent that, and I know that it says that they must, but the number, it says, can be this or that. I mean, we must appoint.
Not exceed.
Yeah. We must,
I suggest, like I said, I make the motion that we go ahead and allow the 3 councilmen that are interested in serving, which is Elizabeth Canela, Jessica Cohen, myself. That's what I make a motion, and then the other four be of the city.
Where are you reading that language that must? Is it on the bylaws or is that the state side?
It's a state, Texas Council, board, it's always done like that.
Because I know they must appoint the board, but.
Two,
I mean, they have to appoint a board of directors,
yes.
and then
And
it
then
says
up
up to
to.
4 of them can be employees, officers of the city.
Or city council
City
member.
council members.
You see?
Can be.
But it doesn't say that it has to be three council. It can be staff. It's not always the case, they will tell you, you cannot have more than, because you would create a quorum.
So,
That's the way it's always been. This man has never had. No, we never have, but we can.
okay, so let's move on. Yeah, we've never had, so.
You can't have more than four, that's all it says. And again, we already have three that are interested, so I think we want to do it like that. Now, if the council wants to vote different.
Decision, by the time they come before the council, the decision has already been made by those three
I mean,
council.
that's the issue you're gonna face,
Yes.
And pretty much
With
it's
everything.
like that anyway.
but the state
No,
law
now
allows,
you only have two.
state law
Yeah.
allows 4 council members to sit. But then again, I mean, you guys are gonna be faced with that, you know. that
That's the only thing.
All the
Yeah.
time. You're gonna have one council person that is not gonna be, doesn't matter what that council person decides. Or if you have three council people, you're gonna have two others, it doesn't matter what they think.
So
because-
let me ask you, Edwin,
But why would we,
But it's very rare, Mr. Mayor, reason being is because whenever you're at economic development, they make a second and they make a motion and a second to approve projects. Why are they gonna come over here and then change their mind? They already made their decision already anyway, Janie.
It still has to come before mayor. and council,
Exactly,
all
but they
decisions.
still made a decision
yeah, the
anyway.
problem is
You already
though
have a
that
quorum.
you've already got a quorum and the other two may not agree, and that kind of puts them
Exactly.
at a disadvantage. So let me
On
ask you,
anything.
if they do, if we move forward with having these three, and we have to make a decision here in the council where we have to vote, can they be excused from voting?
Mm-mm.
Notice that it'll never pass, you'll only have two people.
Right.
The council always have the final decision on expenditures, no matter how much, whether it's $1 or $200,000.
Yes, and you have three.
That doesn't
already on
matter.
board.
That's the way it is. If not, it would have told you.
And
You
it's-
cannot have no more than 3 councilmen.
it's
So
not- it
let's go
doesn't
ahead
matter.
and the motion has been made to keep the 3 council members. Like I said, my goal here is to get the community involved. I want more community involvement, less of this. I don't want, to be in a position where, we run into problems later on as we sit here and the other 2 council members are upset because these 3 council members came already in with a preconceived notion. So the motion has been made to keep all 3 council members. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
So motion was made by
can
the
we
building
discuss it?
to keep all 3.
Now you can discuss it.
Now we can discuss.
Isaac is second to keep all 3 council members. And any discussion?
So then, I guess I can see both sides. I see what you're saying, where you don't want them to already make the decision. But then I also see the side that it's important that the council work together with the community and anybody, right? It sounds like anybody can attend, because you said you would be
Mhm.
attending.
Right.
So anybody can attend to kind of give their input. I don't ever remember a time that we haven't been okay with whatever the economic development, because it's basically
We
it's
always
to better
approve
the
it.
But you've
community.
never had three councilmen.
No, but I'm
You've
just
had three
saying the things
councilmen
that they
and a
have
mayor.
brought to us.
Right
I'm
here,
just-
you're with 3 voting people, 3 voting council members.
And-
But decide over there, decide over here.
But there's been times that council changed their minds. There's council that's made motions and then they change their
I
minds.
differ than that. I see your point, but there's four people, four outside people. They can all four say no, so they don't come to us.
Right.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that's true.
so there's four, and so we're not the
They're-
majority, we're
That's
the minority.
right.
So I see your point. So
I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about it.
Now, the four, yes, I do agree.
Yeah.
The four. And I agree with the mayor as well. However, it's already done. You got three interested parties. That's why I made the motion to leave it alone. Maybe next year we can go ahead and change the bylaws. Change the bylaws,
Why not now?
because you would have to change the bylaws because
It can be changed.
the bylaws are still intact. They're
You
still there.
just change the bylaws and you can come back and ratify your.
Well, it
But
affects
like I said,
well, it's for 2 years.
That's my
anyway.
motion.
I mean, EDC should know how much money they have.
But
And,
that's not the point.
Well, yeah, but they should know how much money they have. They should know what's in the best interest of the city. That's why we're picking them. That's why we're picking the personnel that are gonna go in there.
Exactly.
And that
So,
doesn't mean that they
so-
cannot participate. They
Right.
could still have ex officios that can participate and
All day.
see, I think what they do is they bring that to the city council, they present it, what the plan is and what they're gonna do with it, and then we go forward with it. I think this past time, I think there was too much, I don't know, I don't know,
That's
maybe.
because you didn't have three council people. Now you will have three council people that have already decided on their vote by the time you show up over here at this end. And it doesn't matter that you have only four citizens, they don't have a vote at this table.
But they have.
But they have a vote when they're at
to the table.
They have a vote over there.
They have a vote over there.
So they don't come out of the table over there, but we don't have a decision here.
you don't have a decision.
Yeah,
Me, Jesse, and Elizabeth can vote on it, and then all four of them can say no, and we lose, and it doesn't come over here.
Correct.
But again, the one that's hurting is the person that's requesting assistance for their business.
I mean,
Or for a
I do
project.
see where it says you gotta have four.
So this is, and I'll go back to, you already have three council, if we move forward with this, you already have three council members. You have four citizens, but all it's gonna take is one citizen to just kind of go in line with the three council members. So things will get passed over there. So the other, you basically, already kind of putting, kind of the advantage is already with the council members, because all they have to do is convince one more to vote with them, and that leaves the other three citizens out, whether they like it or not. And then something ends up back here, and then those three same council members who were able to get that one citizen to vote on their behalf, is not going to be participating in the decisions that's going to be made here. So that's just my concern. I voiced it. We can go ahead and move on.
Again, just because we're councilmen, that doesn't mean that we're gonna agree on the same thing. I mean, y'all are making it sound like if, us three are gonna go ahead and gang up on everybody else. No.
That's not the
We're
thing,
gonna
though, Billy.
disagree on different stuff.
It's about the perception. It's about the perception of the citizens. And there's just, right now, the citizens, there isn't a whole lot of trust.
Well, the
between
laws are
us
written, the laws are
and-
written as stated by the Texas Council. Now, if y'all want to go forth and go ahead and ask Mr. Schwab, he's the one in charge. Call Mr. Schwab tomorrow and say, hey, can three councilmen participate? And he'll respond to you.
Well, I'm here telling you that, yes, the three council members, I don't see a reason why the three council members can't participate. I'm saying that I don't think it's a good idea that we
No, I
have three
understand.
council members on there.
And I agree with you.
And I don't
I
think
would-
that there's any law or there's anything that says that we have to keep all three council members on there. It says that we can, but it doesn't say that we have to. So
Right. and
again,
And it's up to the council.
if you want to table it till we get more information, we can do that.
But I can tell you right now, I mean, they're gonna say that three council members can sit,
Correct.
even four can
Four.
sit. But the problem is, like you say, it's the perception that you're giving out to the community, that's my
What
concern as well.
is that other cities that have the same thing in place, or is it just us?
It doesn't have to be councilman.
No, I know, but I'm asking if other cities have.
Some
the
have
same
four.
thing in place.
It can be.
Some have all the
employees.
four.
Some have
It
four.
can, it can be out of the 4 or 3, however you want to put it. It can be employees, it can be officers, it can be staff. It does not have to be councilmen.
But again, it doesn't mean that I'm
I'm just asking
gonna
what-
side with
What's
them.
the norm? What are people
The
around?
thing is,
I'm just saying.
Here has been 2 council people.
No, I'm talking about in the areas that are surrounding us.
It's good for the vote.
We don't know what the norm is. We're just kind of going for what was going here, and I didn't want to be involved in that way because I didn't want to be perceived as, influencing the votes. So I decided to stay out. So a motion was made by Billy to keep all 3 council members, second by Isaac. We've had some discussion. Let's go ahead and vote if we will keep all 3 council members on the EDC, place 1.
So
Yes.
3 and 4, correct? With this new,
Yes, 3 and 4,
so it'll be 3 and 4 with the new,
if approved. Place 2,
Yes.
I'm
place
sorry,
3,
I'm sorry, what did,
Yes.
okay.
place 2, yes.
Oh, yes.
Place 3,
Yes.
place 4,
yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Motion passed. So we will do 3 council members and 4 citizens. Circle the citizens that you would like to, and then just pass them here to me.
Do I have that?
Just pass them to me, I'll read them out.
I don't,
I'm sorry. Do we have another one, Janie, for,
oh, here it is, sorry. Sorry, I got it.
so we're circling for 4.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Mayor, I wanted to do 1 councilman, but like I said, maybe in the future, we can always do 1 and more. But again, it doesn't mean that y'all can participate as ex officials. When we first started this 22 years ago, 23 years ago, we used to have ex officials, people just show up. And they gave their comments, we listened to them and all that. So, and it's very rare that it's gonna come back over here and say, no, we don't want it.
Do we have, 1 vote for Mr. Raleigh Broderick, 1 for Ana Hernandez, 1 for Miranda Rendon, and 1 for Leonard Mejia. 1 vote for Ms. Virginia Garza, 1 vote for Ana Hernandez, 1 vote for Johnny Nino, and 1 vote for Mr. Leonard Mejia. 1 vote for Mr. Raleigh Braddock, 1 vote for Ms. Amanda Garcia, 1 vote for Ruben Gonzalez, 1 vote for Ms. Ana Hernandez, 1 vote for Mr. Raleigh Broderick, 1 vote for Ms. Amanda Garcia, 1 vote for Mr. Ruben Gonzalez, and 1 vote for Ms. Ana Hernandez. 1 vote for Ms. Virginia Garza, 1 vote for Ms. Ana Hernandez, 1 vote for Mr. Johnny Nino, and 1 vote for Mr. Leonard Mejia. That's all I need to do with the tally, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. So Ana Hernandez, 5, Leonard Mejia, 3, and then there's Raleigh Broderick, 3. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that have 2.
So who are the ones who have 2?
Amanda Garcia, Virginia Garza, Ruben Gonzalez, and Johnny Nino.
So we have Mr. Raleigh Broderick,
Ana Hernandez is,
so the 3 that are in is Mr. Raleigh Broderick,
Ana Hernandez,
Ana Hernandez,
and Leonard Mejia.
and Leonard Mejia. And And then we have, a four-way tie. Do we have any more of these that we can vote again?
You just want us to write, we're just gonna run one name on a
Yeah.
piece of paper?
So why don't you give us those back and then we just.
We just-
Just give them to the lawyer.
Just get a yellow piece of paper.
I think the yellow piece of paper, that way
Just
it's.
get a yellow piece of paper and, I'll give you the names and you put the name that you want. So the four-way ties between Miss Amanda Garcia, Virginia Garza, Ruben Gonzalez, and Mr. Johnny Nino. So if you could just write your name on the paper and pass it over. So one vote for Amanda Garcia. One vote for Mr. Johnny Nino. One vote for Mr. Johnny Nino. One vote for Mr. Ruben Gonzalez. And one vote for Mr. Ruben Gonzalez. Ruben and Mr. Nino. Ruben and Mr. Nino. King. And the homecoming king is one vote for Mr. Johnny Nino. Mr. Johnny Nino. Ruben G. Ruben Gonzalez. Ruben Gonzalez.
Okay.
So Mr. Ruben Gonzalez. So I want to welcome the 4 new members to the Economic Development, Mr. Roddy Brodick, Mr. Ruben Gonzalez, Ms. Anna Hernandez, and Mr. Leonard Mejia. Thank you very much for putting your names in.
I was the president in the last one. I'll get with Janie and we'll get a meeting going for this last. We'll get with Janie.
So thank you all very much for wanting to participate. Moving forward, item G, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the revised resolution number 626 in support of the local border security program. Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the resolution number 626.
Second?
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Jesse Falcon, second by Mr. Billy Huerta. Any discussion?
All it is just removing your name and.
Mayor, Council, all it is, the next 3, it's just for the grant does not change. It's just removing the old mayor from the new mayor, so we could approve all the grants and approve also the reimbursements.
So just an update, and I was going to share that with you guys. Just an update with the grants that the police department has. We have to just remove the old mayor and replace with the new mayor. So this is all. We're just removing one name and adding the new name. So any more discussion? We'll take a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 4,
Yes.
place 5. Motion passed, or motion carried. Item H, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the revised resolution number 627 in support of Operation Lone Star Initiative. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 627.
A motion by Ms. Elizabeth Candela. Do I hear a second?
I second.
Second by Ms. Yolanda Alvaro. Alvaro? I always want to say Alvaro. Any discussion? We'll take a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 4, place 3, place 4,
I'm doing Isaac.
place 5. Motion passes.
Speak up, son. Speak up.
He's been working all day. He's tired. Item I, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the revised resolution number 628 in support of the criminal justice program. Here, a motion.
I make a motion, we approve resolution number 628.
Motion made by Mr. Billy Huerta. Any second? Second by Ms. Elizabeth Mandela. Any discussion? We'll take a vote. Place 1,
Yes.
place 2, place 3,
Yes.
place 4,
Yes.
place 5. Motion passed. Reports from the mayor, city council, and staff. Of course, no formal action will be taken. So, council members, you have place 1, anything to report or anything that you'd like
You
to?
know, the only concern that I have is there's a lot of checks that are written out. Some of them are over $25,000. Remember that there is a city ordinance that it needs to go before council for anything over $25,000. And keep in mind, I don't see any of the over 50,000, but if there would be anything over 50,000, it would need to go before bids and then council.
I agree to get back to protocol for the 25 and 50.
I agree. I mean, like I said from the very beginning, my goal is been community involvement and transparency. So, as most of y'all, if you guys have a Facebook page, you've probably seen that I've been posting a lot of stuff to Facebook, things that are going on. So I agree with Mr. Huerta that we need to get back to protocol. Phase 2, anything?
I do have some things, but I think we're gonna have a budget workshop again, right? And I
Yes,
wanted to bring those up during that
Yes,
time. Also, so I see there's a list of what has been spent, but where do we have like the balances of the accounts?
Ms. Cheney?
What do you mean balances?
Like balance of what,
It's in the checking account stuff?
yeah,
From what?
The
Some of
checking
the
account,
accounts.
please.
do we not get that?
Not in the packet.
Not in the packet. All you get is what a list of the checks that have been spent for the month.
And are these itemized in the system by departments?
Code.
Yeah, by code. Yes.
But we just have to figure out who's who,
It says on there.
but like what department it belongs to, because like some of these, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, pretty much you'll know.
Phase 3?
Workshop's good.
Yeah,
Oh, where are we with the audits?
I was gonna.
Where are we with the audits?
I know where we were and we kind of left off, and are they still working on them?
Oh, yes.
Still working on them?
Constant.
And what about the gentleman that came to talk to us?
Mr. Hooks,
Yes, have you all been in contact? Like,
the mayor has been in contact with him,
Okay.
and he assured him we would be getting in contact with him about every 3 months. So-
okay,
And he requested all the information from Mr. Hernandez, and I forwarded everything to him. And we've been in close contact with Mr. Hernandez on the audits of 2020 to 2021.
okay. I was gonna tell you, I mean, I don't think you should waste your time on those other 2 years that we were talking about. I don't know if you can just, I don't know, I mean, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time going back to them, maybe money too. I don't know. But-
The year-old's called.
Yeah, well, we'll have a discussion about that. I have been talking to Mr. Hernandez about what they can do. They're never gonna be complete audits,
Mhm.
obviously. But they can put a plan together for us, basically outline what they can provide for us, as far as like a statement check and stuff, and just make sure that, there is some record, and once he gets that to me, of course, I'll provide it to all of y'all so you can see. We'll have to sit down with him and kind of discuss what we would like to see. like I said, it's not ever gonna be complete audits.
Yeah.
But to be able to just look back and make sure that, and like I said from the very beginning, I don't really wanna know who did what. I just wanna know what happened, when,
Right.
and like that, we don't repeat it going forward.
Right.
That we're able to solve that. And without knowing what happened, there's no real way for us to solve it moving forward. We gotta know what happened, and then we can move forward and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Because even Mr. Wilkes from the Water Development has said, even if you do get caught up, I mean, that doesn't guarantee that you're gonna be available for grants right away.
Right.
He's, I guess the best way that he kind of projected is if you have bad credit for 10 years and good credit for 3 years, the bank's not gonna loan you money. So we still have to work on that. We're gonna have to kind of build up our reputation, and I think by doing something and just working with him, I think we can get there. And I think we're gonna do well.
All right, good deal. The other thing I had was, is there anything we can do with, I know we're trying, but tall grass at some of these houses that, I mean, we've got to do something. It's going to cause an accident in some of the streets.
We're trying to keep a close eye on those and trying to get the corners cut, especially where there's stop signs, especially coming down on 234 and things like that. Yes, we're trying. but
On Cook back here,
Is John here?
is there anything that what can anything, like if I was to go cut it, me, is there something keeping me from doing that? I mean, can I get in trouble?
Good Samaritan.
Because somebody told me I could get in trouble.
Well, as long as nothing happens to you, but if something happens to you, the city's liable because you're on city property.
No, he
Well,
said
I
that.
know
Resident.
It's a resident.
Resident.
Oh, it's a resident.
But I was told that because it's private property.
No, it is private property.
Do they live there? or they-
No, nobody's in the house. There's one right here just down the street.
Yeah, I mean.
That-
Humphreys?
I know they tried, I know y'all tried to get a hold
Councilman,
of
I'll give you gas.
them.
We've actually been trying to get to those houses. We actually put an offer to start working on that, because I know the rain's been heavy and the grass is growing. There are several houses that are lawsuit or have like 4 or 5 owners, so it's hard to pinpoint. We send letters to everyone, but it's hard to pinpoint people to give a citation to.
Right.
There's certain protocol that we have to take when it's in lawsuit or when it's actually owned by one person. When it's a repeat, I guess page common offenders, repeat issues, we do send a letter and we do send that citation. They come in, sometimes they don't, unfortunately, we cannot give warrants on city ordinance in progress. We could just do the giving out the letters and giving out the citations.
So can you just go get it cut? I mean,
The city could cut it. The city could cut it, but we could actually
So-
put a lien on it.
so,
Well, that was
why-
discussed-
so why don't we just do that? And if that person comes forward, then there's like 5 that I know of off the top of my head, that the grass is higher than the house, I think.
Yeah, once we get the citation, what we could do is we could actually send a work order, send the crew to cut it, and then Jamie or Debbie will put a lien on the property. But that's up to the mayor and council and all.
I mean, let's talk about the tall grass and the traffic, but what about everything that's coming up to your neighbor
Correct.
across from there? So,
What do you mean, the ones from the neighbors and stuff like that?
yeah, you got rats and everything
Yeah,
going
those
to your
are the ones-
neighbor's
those are the
house
ones
and,
We could actually put like I said, a lien on it.
yeah,
Most of, I would say 98% are bandit homes.
right.
Nobody's living there. So that's when we could actually send the city to cut the grass. When it comes to the ones that live there, we can't send the city because someone's actually living in the residence. We actually try to make contact with them and try to give them citation.
And those you probably made contact with them,
Yes.
right? So the abandoned houses, y'all can, I'm sure other cities do that too.
Yeah.
We can, like, Chief is saying, we can put a lien on them and we can cut them. But right now, we're just trying to keep up with what we have, what the cities has to take care of at this time. But
So you're saying we don't have the manpower, is that what you're saying?
Well, we have the manpower, but
Okay.
when it's raining so much and the grass is growing so fast.
No, but I know, but this house, it didn't just happen this one time, promise you. this grass has been I mean, it's several months I've seen it. So, I mean, I hear where you're coming from. I'm just saying we need to do something quicker for a neighborly person
We could
that's
probably-
sitting
we could
next to that.
probably put a work order, to City Hall, see, we'll cut it. Most of the time when we offer some work orders, most of the time when something in danger, when a tree falls down or something, that's what try to put the work order. I understand that they have a lot of things, a lot of work orders on there. But we try to, minimize as much as we can, but at the same time, when it comes to the safety, we have to put.
So I'd rather our city employees go in there when it's low than when it's a jungle and now they're at risk at stepping on something or getting
Damaging
bit
a
by
piece of
something.
equipment.
Absolutely.
I do know that we have two that do have bees, so we have told the city, the workers and
Okay.
contacted the bees. That has to be done by the owner of the residence. We cannot do
Okay.
it ourselves.
As far as the liens, years ago, the administration made it known that they were gonna work on liens, so I don't know if that ever happened, going back, I think, 4 years ago. on the
Well, I think
liens.
these abandoned houses are not just a danger to their neighbors. They're a danger to the community
Oh, yeah.
because I've seen kids coming and going from some of these houses. I've seen them at the old Washingtonia when I was working night shifts. I would come in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and there's kids coming out of that building and there's only a couple of things they would be doing in that building. I mean, either cleaning stuff that's still in there, which I don't think there's a whole lot in there. Using drugs or, hooking up. So, all these buildings, we're gonna have a kid employing these abandoned houses, and they're gonna fall from the floor, ceiling's gonna collapse on them. They're gonna go missing 2, 3 days later, we're gonna find some kid in the house somewhere. So, we need to start taking steps. They're a fire hazard. I know some houses, like that you've been talking about, where the fire starts there. The 2 houses on each side are in danger. They're in danger of getting burnt down because there's so much material there. It's not working. So we need to kind of address.
Because we don't have an ordinance for abandoned houses to tear down or anything like that. We just have grass and nuisance. Of course, you get a citation, but when it comes to the abandoned houses, I don't know, making an ordinance maybe that they have to close it up or something.
So for the next meeting, can you gather information for us, like on abandoned houses and, the grass and all, and give us ideas, give us some recommendations?
Yeah, we do have a lot of, like I said, we do have a lot of addresses that we can do to Janie.
Okay.
Come out and say, they've been abandoned, have that citations.
Okay.
Paper trail that they do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Place 4, anything?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Next month. Next meeting is July 4th.
It is?
Can we postpone it to the next week?
It will
You
become a
can.
special call meeting. It will not be.
It will not be a regular meeting, and you
So we don't
can't,
get paid, who cares?
yeah, you don't get paid for it.
That's the only thing?
Right.
I'm just thinking because everybody goes out of
We had
town.
it before. We had
Yeah.
July 1st,
Yeah.
Yeah,
July
we've had it
4th,
before.
January 1st.
I know, but I remember one year I was.
We've had them. They've never been.
I'm just asking.
Okay. You can bring fireworks.
It was quick.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for your support too. Okay.
Place-
No, one more. Hair cream preparation. How we doing on that? Gerald, hair cream?
We've
I've
discussed
actually
over
contacted
email.
the mayor and I contacted Janie to try to get a meeting set up. The mayor's gonna try to get organized so that way we could all have a meeting
Okay.
and pretty much discuss. I did go to the hurricane conference. I do have a lot of information from there. Still making contact with everybody that I have to. Let's cross our fingers that we don't get a hurricane. But right now,
It's
if we
time.
do, I do get alerted and I do start making contact with the resources. We still have the, am I correct, Jamie, the rental place that if we do have do need supply.
Generator stuff?
Generator, stuff like that,
Good.
we do have contact with them.
Awesome. That's all I got.
Place 5?
Yes. I know we're waiting for a lot of places to drive for the sweeper. What about in town and like the turning lanes by the railroad tracks? It's really ugly.
Turning lanes.
Right. like on
Oh.
railroad tracks and stuff, the sides.
On by the donut shop in that area. I don't know if that's.
That's TxDOT.
It's text dots.
The middle only the middle.
Yeah, what TxDOT will allow, and we had worked with them, is cutting the grass, cleaning the sidewalks and all that. Of course, they already fixed a lot of them, but that's all they'll allow you. As far as the street sweeper, we can always reach out to them. and
Well,
they'll
street
bring
sweeper we
some-
can do.
No, street sweeping, we can do.
We can- we can do the street sweep.
Even on the city, it doesn't look,
Yeah.
I mean, it looks
Uh,
bad.
Did
No,
you
I
check
agree.
with TxDOT?
Yeah, Robert said we could.
Okay,
and-
he loves you, that's good.
And also,
Cutting of the grass inside the city, that belongs to the city.
Yes.
and just think how much those inlets, how much dirt's in there.
Yeah.
You know, all the grime and all that stuff. So that's, hurricanes coming up and that's gonna clog up.
So
That's
we
what I
can,
feel.
John, so we can coordinate with the PD to have like an escort at some point here in the next couple of weeks, if it dries out, to maybe sweep there on Boss, I guess,
And check the manholes.
so you think you can kind of
Not a
work on
degree.
that?
That's what I'm saying.
Proactive.
Mowed the grass out.
Okay,
Inconveniences, cars couldn't see it, so they assisted us on that as well.
all right, well, perfect. Well, maybe we can do something like that, because I know that, especially the donut shop, kind of complaining, because
Hubcaps.
people getting nails and all kinds of stuff there, so.
But
if you
one
guys
time
can work on
he had a tire go right through his window.
Yep.
18-wheeler popped up and the
Yep.
wheel went right through his window.
Wow.
That's pretty.
Miss Elizabeth, do you
And,
think-
our workshop, are we having a budget one?
We will,
Do you
we'll
have an
still have to
idea?
schedule, because I know some people are gonna be on vacation and stuff, so we'll get back on scheduling something like that. soon. So, as for me, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The priest from the Old Sacred Heart would like for you to get in contact with him, because he wants to give you a blessing for everybody, and then have maybe like a little potluck, so if you can get a hold of.
Oh, for sure. Free food, yeah.
Amen.
No potlucks.
Amen to that.
Amen. Okay, sure,
Amen.
definitely.
Yeah,
We'll
so
reach out.
get a hold of him.
Great, fantastic. Again, thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for your support. It's an honor for me to be back in my hometown and be able to serve my community. Mr. Redgate went over a lot of the things that we addressed in the last month. We still have a lot to do. But we're gonna try to get to every concern. We've instituted a new policy at the City Hall. If you guys call, leave a message on the voicemail or even to the answering service. We've kind of told the ladies there, they have till the end of business day to respond to that call. If you guys, they make contact with you about something and they don't have an answer for you, we're asking them they have 2 business days to get back with you guys. And if they don't have an answer in 2 business days, we still want them to call and let you know, we haven't forgotten about you. I'm still waiting on that answer to follow up. We want to just try to be more involved with the community, let you guys know that we haven't forgotten about you. And if time goes by and you still haven't gotten a resolution, you can always call Ms. Janie and say, can I have the mayor's phone number? And she'll don't give her my personal. I get it enough.
Don't use the drop box.
Yeah, don't use the drop box.
Don't
So, now we do have the, TxDOT will be starting a project here pretty soon there on Main Street next to the park. And going out towards Edroy. They're gonna be they're gonna be adding some curbs, they're gonna be adding some sidewalks. There's some inlets, so the water will flow into the inlet instead of flowing down the side of the road. They're gonna go into an inlet and now down to 77 to the main trunk line. That's gonna start on June 26th. They're gonna start putting up signs. They're also gonna repave the road there. They're gonna fix some of the entrances into the houses there as well. all the way out to County Road, what was that?
2015.
2015. So they're not going to put curbs all the way out to 2015. Their curbs are just going to go up to Cook. But they are going to help, they're going to redo some driveways for some of the people there, also the turns to the different cross streets. So there's going to be a lot going on. It's about an 8-month project.
8 months, correct.
Weather permitting. So they will start on the 26th, and then they'll start putting up signs. So you're going to see a lot of tearing of the streets. They're going to do the sidewalks. They're going to add some ADA compliance stuff as well on the sidewalks. So we're looking forward to that for sure. Then what's the Port of Corpus Christi?
That meeting that you went to.
So the Coastal Bend's Mayor Coalition, we had a meeting, when was this, man? Last week.
Thursday.
And basically, the mayors of the different communities have come together. One of the issues that they were discussing was the Port of Corpus Christi. We need a little bit more, influence, recognition.
From the county of San Patricio.
We have one member that sits on the board, and we're trying to push as a group to add some additional board members so we can have a little bit more say on what's going on with the port. While they were there, they did talk about some businesses that are looking to come into San Patricio County. So we're kind of hoping that, some of that, I don't know what kind of a situation we are for big industry, but, those people have to live somewhere. So maybe they can come and live in Odom, and so that's kind of what we're going to sell. Come live in Odom, so let me see what else we can talk about a little bit more. They're going to bring in a new CEO for the port. Apparently the one that they had there was just ended up, they let him go. So they're going to be looking at bringing in a new CEO, and the county, San Patricio, the mayors within our county want to kind of play a bigger role in choosing the new CEO. Another thing that we talked about was just keeping us informed. They are not doing a very good job of keeping the different mayors informed of what's going on at the port. So we hope that, we can kind of put a little bit more influence on them as well. So
on a side note, they did hire interim CEO.
Yeah, they do have an interim CEO.
He seems like he's a positive for it.
And he may end up being the CEO.
He's good.
But they are searching. So again, thank you guys very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. And we're going to try to work together. I think this is a really good group. One of the things that I'm going to be looking at doing is getting the council members more involved in some of the bigger projects that we have going on in the community, including the audits, budgets, even involved with the street mate, with this TxDOT being kind of the liaison for our community. And then, they will be reporting on the different projects that they're overseeing. So again, thank you all very much. I don't have anything else.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Jesse makes a motion to adjourn, second by Mr. Isaac. All in favor?
Good job. Good job.